Hey, Salty Medic here. So, you're at the fire station, and everything is well. You just got back from a fire alarm activation, which you did not want to go on because most of those are bullshit, and we all know this. So it's 3 a.m. You heard sirens go by about 3 minutes ago. You heard them go by your fire station, so you're like, oh man, hopefully that's some BS assault or home invasion or something like that. Well, tones go off, and it's a motorcycle versus police car. Well, great. Okay, we're on the way. So on the way, what do? Well, you prepare yourself. You prepare physically, psychologically, mentally. You have to think, what is the worst thing I can expect? The worst thing I thought in my head was a motorcyclist went through a police car's window and killed the police officer. That's worst case scenario, and the police car blew up. It can't get any worse than that. And there was a bus full of nuns that was nearby, and that blew up too. So you get there, and turns out those sirens you heard earlier was actually a police chase, and they were chasing down a motorcyclist that was going 130, 170 miles an hour, and one police car decided that just on the other side of a hill, they were going to cut the actual motorcyclist off by being on the other side of the hill. So the motorcyclist came over the hill, and on the way you hear, and there's a police officer involved, and he can't get out of his vehicle. I'm like, oh man. So that's one of our own. We always take care of each other. That's one of the golden rules. So we arrive on scene, and you see a guy that, well, looks more like a lump just laying in the grass, and there's a police car. There's a motorcycle right next to it. And you walk up, patient, not really worried about them at this point. First thing is the police officer. You say, hey, are you okay? He says, yes, I'm fine. Turns out the police officer, this genius, he cut this motorcyclist off, where the motorcyclist came over the hill and hit the cop car where he had the road blocked, and it actually twerked, not twerked, but torqued the police car to where he couldn't get out because the police car was actually twisted. So that was pretty exciting. And the cop said, yeah, I'm fine. And I said, look left and right, up and down. Do you have any neck pain? He said, no. I said, okay, we're going to work on this lump that's in the grass, which is a patient. So start working on that guy. And our lieutenant, he says, well, let's get a helicopter because we're in the middle of nowhere, and let's go ahead and fly this person out. And I said, okay, well, he might be dead, but whatever you want to do, it's up to you. Sounds good. So find the guy, and we do the normal same thing that we always do. CABCs, cervical, airway, breathing, circulation. And turns out this guy has a very low GCS. So that's a Glasgow Coma scale. He also has a poor ventilatory status, which is not good. That's a bad combination. Also, he shit himself, which is a very, very, very poor prognosis. When you find a patient that has crapped themselves, you know you're probably never going to see them again or run on them again. So this person, we start taking care of, and we're watching the helicopter land. And while doing that, because this person had such a low GCS, it was around 6, as I'm intubating this patient, there's no lights. It's a dark night. And I'm intubating this patient. The only lights, and in my head, I keep remembering this, the only really bright lights I saw was the end of my laryngoscope and the lights from the helicopter as they were landing. And it was quite the combination. So we loaded that patient up and sent him on his way, and I'm pretty sure he did just fine. not so much. But it's a good thought to keep in your head if you want to. So, with that, I'm Salty Medic. If you have any questions, email me.